It's a great evening, and I really see the participant of the day. I can understand that you all are busy despite of it, that you just steal your time and join here. Thank you so much, and many congratulations for your initiativeness. Although today's topic is really very important for everyone. Thank you so much, Lachman. Good evening, Lachman. Although today's topic is very important for everyone. Why is it? Because today's today eh, today we discuss about this particular book which has changed many of the lives. And the most important thing, today our speaker of the day, he himself read and improved a lot in his life. He said that he is the great witness for this, that why this book is very important and we have to read this book. What are the points? Today, the first time in this English Times workshop, we introduced the new thing. And today, Arindam, speaker of the day, would reveal the fact, figures, and the data why this book is very important and what kind of the growth mindset will you get by reading this book. So, ladies and gentlemen, take your pen and copy with you and just listen to it carefully, because this is the evening that will change your entire personality and you really feel great yourself after knowing this thing. So without further ado, I would really welcome to our speaker of the day. And here we go for this. Are you ready, guys? If yes, then please do type very fast yes in the chat sections. Why? Only the why is required. Fantastic. That's really great. That's really great. I can understand that you all are super excited to know about today's workshop. So without further ado, one of the magnificent speaker and the great communicator, I will just cordially invite on the stage right now. And here, Mr. Arindam Saha.
Yes, Miss Anita, it is really a delightful introduction. And I'm super happy and energetic to see all of the lovely participants. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you, for coming and joining the workshop on time. Because in today's workshop, I have decided to do something different to give massive and magnanimous value to all of you. I'm going to use 5% of Hindi, only 5%. 95% of the content is going to be in English. And today I will not be highly energetic, not too low, because the topic demands me to do so. How many of you would like to be successful? Please type Y in the chat section. How many of you would like to be successful? Please type Y in the chat section. Such a common question, isn't it? Arindam, who doesn't want to be successful? Okay, good. Now, how many of you would like to be wealthy? Wealthy means you want affluence, you want a lot of money. How many of you? Please type Y in the chat section. Superb, very nice, very good. I am glad that you want to be rich and there is nothing bad in it. Of course, everybody wants to be rich and we should be rich. That is our birthright. And how many of you would like to be an effective and a great public speaker? Please type Y in the chat section. Public speaker means you want to speak in a way that not only you make money, but people start listening to you. Wow, good. I can see all of you participating. So study shows that only 8% of the people are successful. Only 8% of the people not successful. 8% of the people are the section who who reach at their goals. Come on, out of 100% people, all of us want to be successful, but only 8% of the people get success. And out of 8%, only 2% of the people are billionaires. They have the amount, they have so much amount that they can govern 98% of the population. And you know them, including Mark Zuckerberg, Adani, Ambani, etc. You all know them. Now, what is success? Let's understand what is success. Then I will come back to today's topic, because you already have agreed that you want to be successful. So success, of course, has each and every person has a different perception and definition of success. But according to the research, the definition of success is the ability. Success is your ability to design the life and lifestyle that you want. So if you can design the life and lifestyle that you want, congratulations, you are successful. Now, how many of people design their life and lifestyle? Only 2%. Rest, all of us, we compromise. We trade our time with money. And that is what we do. We work for 8 hours and we get paid for it. So we are somehow trading our time for money. These rich people, 2% people, they have created so much that they do not work. Their money works for them. So they do not work for money, money work for them. So they are the master and money is the slave for them. In all of us, in our case, money is the master and we are the slave. So these were the questions that I kept on asking myself, that why does it happen that what these 2% of people know that we do not know. So it is our right, it is our duty to understand, to uncover the secrets of these 2% people. So how many of you would like to know the secrets of these 2% people? Please type Y in the chat section. Are you excited? Do you want to know like what these 2% of the people do? So if yes, please type Y in the chat section. Like, what do they do? Are they like magician? Even magicians do not make this much money. Or what kind of miracle they do? Wow, good. I can see all of you are participating well in the chat section. Wonderful. So you have to do something. First of all, whatever I'm going to tell you, please keep a notebook and pen. Whatever you feel is appropriate, please write it down. Because I know after 1 hour, so many value is going to be shared and you may forget. Because mind is designed to forget and it is natural. So keep a notebook and pen so that you can write. And the road to greatness is not cheap. There is a famous phrase by Greta Cardo who says that the road to success is not cheap. So I want 10,000 rupees from all of you. How many people are ready to give me 10,000 rupees? Please type Y in the chat section. So are you ready to give me 10,000 rupees to understand, to unlock the secret of success? Okay, please type Y in the chat section. No one wants to give me 10,000? Okay, Lakshman wants to give me 10,000. Thank you so much, Lakshman. Okay, Lakshman only give me 10,000 and I'm just joking. So what I want is one of the most important thing, which is your time, because time is something which once goes, it never comes back. So that is something which I want. So stay till the end to understand today's topic. So in Hindi, there is a famous saying that ठोकर खाके ठाकुर बन सकते हैं, right? ठोकर खाके ठाकुर बन सकते हैं. And this is the only Hindi sentence that I'm using. After that, rest of the content is in English. So ठोकर खाके ठाकुर बनते हैं. In Hindi we have heard. So ठोकर खाके ठाकुर नहीं बनना है. ठाकुर से सीखना है that ठाकुर कैसे बनते हैं, right? So ठोकर खाके ठाकुर नहीं बनना है, ठाकुर से सीखना है ठाकुर कैसे बनते हैं. And that is what is the objective of today's session. The objective of today's session is, today I'm going to uncover, like we have Bible, we have Bhagavad Gita, we have the manual, we have the constitution. Similarly, every single in every single sphere of life, there comes a book which is devoted to helping you out in getting success. which is helping you out to getting success. Like if you want to go for an investment, there is a book called The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Franklin. You should go and study about that book if you are really up to investing. And that book is called as the Bible for stock investors. And today, the book that I am going to discuss, it is something that I wish I could have read years ago. Unfortunately, I could not read, but now I do have this book, and it is my duty to share the nuggets with all of you. And the book is none other than Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. One of the amazing books, amazing books. In fact, if you search about it on YouTube, if you search about it on Google, it always comes in the top five books of successful, rich, and affluent people. If you truly want to achieve something in life, and if you have not read this book, I'm so sorry, you do not deserve success. I'm so sorry, you do not deserve success. If you want to be successful, you have to put in the efforts. Now, what makes this book special? So first of all, let me discuss a little bit about the history of this book, what makes this special, and how it is going to help you becoming rich, becoming the best version of yourself. So if I talk about this book was written by Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill was the person who, and this book is not something which someone has written after waking up in the morning and decided to write a book and wrote. No. This book is something where the author Napoleon Hill, one day he decided to devote his lifetime with one question, that what these successful people, what these top 2% people do in their life that general people do not do, and what kind of thoughts, what kind of processes they do follow, so that if general people also start following it, then they can also be successful. So this person, this man, Napoleon Hill, he devoted his 20 precious years. Let me repeat once again, 20. He devoted his 20 precious years to study 500 of the most successful people on this planet. 500 of the most successful people, including Henry Ford, Thomas Alva Edison, John D. Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, and so on. He decided to study 500 successful people over a period of 20 years. Every single day, he studied what they do, how they do, what kind of thoughts they have. And after his 20 years of research, imagine 500 people into 20. Now the book is going to give you 10,000 years of experience. 500 into 20, if you multiply, it comes to around 10,000. So after reading this book, you can get 10,000 years of experience. And if you multiply it by 24, which is hours, then you are going to get 240,000 hours of experience just by going through this manuscript. And when I came across this fact, it completely blew my mind that there has not been any book in history which was made after 20 years of research. So the manual which I have in my hand right now, it is a research done for 20 years on 500 most rich people. And this book is something where if you read the backside of the book, so here it is written that start the most important day of your life, and the color of the book is intentionally very nice. I will surely share, Rajiv. So please stay till the end, because I'm going to share so many things. It will help you to read and finish this book. And I promise you, I'm literally promise you, and I'm giving a commitment that if you read this book, you can become an excellent communicator, you can become the best person in your industry, and you can achieve your life and lifestyle. And I'm committing, I'm promising. Now, God is with me, I'm promising, and I'm promising it because I have seen this book, what this book has done to people. Now, at the back, it has been written that start the most important day of your life and find success in any walk of life. That means this book is for everyone. This book it has been conceptualized in a way that anyone and everyone who is desperately looking for success, he should read it. And it will surely help you. In fact, if you can see, the color of the book is green. So it's a green light for you to achieve success. Now, this book has been used by almost all of the successful people you know. In fact, I'm revealing one secret. When Bill Gates started, when Mark Zuckerberg started, when Steve Jobs started, they had to face a lot of trouble. They did not know their beliefs were shaken. And in those times, they read this book. They claim they read this book, and it completely changed their mindset. And because of which, in their website, in their biography, if you read their biography, in fact, Mahatma Gandhi as well, if you read his biography, in those biographies, you can, in APJ Abdul Kalam as well, if you read Atal Bihari Vajpayee, anyone you can talk about, all of them in their book list, this book is there. In fact, this book was used by Ken Norton. So Ken Norton was the only person on this planet who defeated Muhammad Ali. So I don't know whether you know Muhammad Ali or not, but he was the most treacherous, courageous, and voracious wrestler. He was a boxer. No one in the world could defeat him, but Ken Norton was the only person who was an average person. He used the concepts of this book, and because of which he could defeat Muhammad Ali. So what's this book is all about? Let me start this. And I'm reading some certain things, and then I will explain certain principles that you can start acting upon from today itself. So in this book, it has been written. So let me give you the quick summary of what this book is. In this book, there are 13 steps. There are 13 key principles. Every single principle, if you follow religiously, one after another, it is Think and Grow Rich. Every single book, if you read one after another, every single chapter, so there are 13 chapters. Every chapter is devoted to make you successful. You have to follow this one after another. And this book has a combination of lot of principles which successful people use. So I would like to start this book with a poem. So please listen to me very carefully. It is a very important poem that I would like to discuss, which is, if you think you are beaten, if you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but think you cannot, it is almost certain you won't. It means even before going to the battle, even before trying for something, if you think you cannot win, then for sure you cannot win. If you think you will lose, you are lost. Even before trying something, if you think you are lost, you will be lost. If you think you are outclassed, you are. Even before speaking in front of public, if you think you cannot, 100% you cannot. You have got to sure of yourself before you can even win a prize. Means even before you win something, you have to be sure, you have to have that faith that you can win that. Life's battles do not always go to the strong or faster man. This book says that it is not that if you are stronger or faster or intelligent, then only you can be successful. But soon or late, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. So the man, it does not matter whether you are intelligent or strong or intelligent or you have money, you have supportive parents. No. Any average person who thinks that he can be successful, he can be successful, provided there are certain principles which you need to follow. Now the question is, do you think you can be successful? Okay, how many of you think that you can be crorepati? Please type I in the chat section. How many of you think that you can be crorepati? Be very honest. If you feel that, okay, Mr. Muni Raju and Lakshman. See, only two of them think that they can be crorepati. So we cannot even believe that we are going to be crorepati. Imagine, we cannot even believe that we are going to be crorepati. How we can be? So you are already lost. You are already lost in the battle. If you think you cannot become crorepati, you cannot. If you think you can, you can. Mind will find its ways to make you crorepati. But do you believe you can be? If no, then I'm so sorry, friends, money will not come. Money will not come. You have to be that person that money comes, that money wants. So let's discuss quickly what this book is all about, the first chapter, and I will discuss the gist of the chapter so that you can get an idea. And on YouTube, there are so many videos that I came across, but no, there was no video which can conceptualize this book. That's why I read this book entirely for you. It was a quick go through though. I will again go through this book again. And the first chapter is all about desire. The first chapter, the name of the first chapter is desire. Now, what is desire? This book says, and the summary, if I read the summary of the chapter, this book says, all achievement, no matter what may be its nature. Let me repeat once again. All achievement, no matter what may be its nature or its purpose, must begin with an intense burning desire for something definite. Means unless and until you do not have the definite desire for something, you cannot achieve it. That burning desire, वो अंदर आग है कि नहीं आपके अंदर उस चीज को लेके, that burning desire. Now, burning desire is different from wishful thinking. Wishful thinking means, let's say you see someone else in your neighbor or in your family doing something and they are successful. By looking at them, you also feel that you should be successful. Now, that is not burning desire. That is a wishful thinking. And that's why a lot of people, they come and say that I listen to motivational videos, I feel charged up, but after a while, I feel demotivated. Now, why is this happening? Because we have wishful thinking and not burning desire. Burning desire is something where you exactly know what you want, where you exactly know what you want. That is burning desire. So let's say if I want to be an entrepreneur, if I want to be a communication coach, my burning desire is that I should make at least 5 lakh per month. I'm just giving an example that my burning desire is I should make 5 lakh per month. So do I have this desire? If I do not have this desire, then no one else can help me out. No one else. I will read motivational videos. I will feel, oh my God, today I can do everything. And next day again, I will go down facing the situation. And this book also says that what happens when you have burning desire. That's why I really like this book, because this book only not gives you the definition, but also speaks what you have to do. So here in this book, it has been written that when you have burning desire, when the image is so clear in your mind what you want to become, means let's say if I talk about, let me take the example of Trisha. So Trisha is here in the audience. So if Trisha thinks that she wants to become a successful teacher, so can she imagine herself to be a successful teacher? After closing her eyes, can she see herself professionally speaking in front of English medium students, communicating, teaching to them effectively? If she can do it, and do it every day, she can become. This is called burning desire. And I am 100% sure if I ask all of you to close your eyes and imagine the best version of yourself, it will be a challenge for you. Once you close your eyes and start imagining the best version of yourself, you cannot do. Only 5% of the people, as per this book, can do this. By closing their eyes, imagine their best self. Because we have doubts. And when you have doubts, you do not have intense desire. You do not have intense desire. And this book says that when you have an intense desire, when you want to achieve something, when you want something desperately, there something happens in your mind. The mind neurons make shift. The mind becomes focused. There are certain chemicals that releases and you become focused. Let's say if I want to own Ferrari, or if I want to own any car. In fact, I'm giving you the recent example. So 4 days back, someone was talking about Tesla's owner. And so that person was talking to me about Tesla. And then that word, I picked it And I kept on rehearsing in my mind that, okay, Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. And you won't believe me. In last 4 days, I came across several people. Whenever they pick call, I don't know, but somehow Tesla comes into the conversation. Somehow people use Tesla in their conversation. And I don't even know that why is it happening? Is it because now my mind is focused? When I have an intense desire, my mind gets focused. My mind gets completely focused on what I want. And slowly and gradually, I will start looking into the opportunities. It's simply that if I want to own a car, let's say the car is Scorpio. And if I'm fixed, if the image is fixed that I want only black color Scorpio, slowly and gradually, I will start. Whenever I step outside my home, I can see all the black colors Scorpio going on in front of me. Why is it happening? The opportunities were there, the cars were there, but I was blind because I was not devoted, I was not fixed, my desire was not intense. But as soon as my desire is so instant, then I can start looking into the cars. So that burning desire, that intense burning desire is something that you need to have. And your body is intelligent. If you have any burning desire, your body is intelligent enough to figure it out. And that's why this book offers a poem, another poem which I would like to read. And it is so much that every time I read, I feel goosebumps in my body. And here, let me repeat the poem for you. The poem says, and then I will explain what the meaning of the poem is. I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged that evening when I counted my scanty store. For life is just an employer. He gives you what you ask. But once you have set the wages, why you must bear the task. I worked for a menial's hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage I had asked for life, life would have willingly paid. Now, what this poem is saying, that life is like an employer. Life is like our boss. Life is the company, and we are employee. Now, because we have asked for 10, 20, or 30,000 for a month, life is giving us 10, 20, or 30,000 for a month, because this is what we think our value is. So life is the employer and we are the employee. Whatever we ask from life, life gives to us. Now, because if I ask life, give me 50, means I want this much salary. So life is going to design the situation in a way that you will get 50. Now, the last line, which I truly like, which says that any wage I had asked of life, life would have willingly paid. But I forgot. But the humanity does not understand that life can give you everything. The only thing is, do you ask from life? Do you ask from life that, okay, life, I make 20, 30, or 40K a month. Now I want 1 lakh, or now I want 1.5 lakh per month. Now, life, and every day, this book also says that only saying is not enough. Every day you have to repeat it. You have to write somewhere that I need this much. And don't say I need a lot of money, because a lot of means, right? Let's say you make 30,000 a month. And if you make 100 rupees extra, means 30,100 extra, that is more. So when you say I want more money, so mind does not know what is more. But when you give a fixed specific figure, then mind starts working upon it. So imagine if I stay in Delhi and if I have to go to Calcutta. So mind will show me the ways how to reach to Calcutta. And if I ask my mind how to reach to America, mind will show me the ways how I can reach America. That is something that mind does. The problem is I am not asking my mind how to reach to America. I'm only asking how to reach to Calcutta. So the it is not the nature's problem. It is my problem. And this book is something which says that this is where you need to work. So that is what about the first chapter, desire. And if you read, there are so many things, but we have limited time, so I cannot go too much deep into all of them. And here again, this book says, before I move to the next chapter, this book says that desire is again of two types. Let's say if I want to become a millionaire and if I am desperate about it. So what is going to happen? there are 50% chances that I can be successful. Why 50%? Let's say if I am too much desperate about becoming a millionaire. So then one of my friend comes who is a fraud, and he says that Arindam, invest 50,000 in my scheme, and within 5 months I can give you 1 million. Now, what is going to happen? Because I want to become a millionaire and I'm so mad, I may give him 50,000 and I may lose my 50,000. That is wrong desire. If you have these kind of desire, means you want to become a millionaire, but that is a wishful thinking again, right? But if I have the desire, I'm again giving you an example. Let's say I have this business. Now I want to make millions. I can make millions by even stealing, by even looting the ATMs. But what I can do, that instead of working upon the external circumstances, if I start working on myself, that okay, after six months down the line, let's say I am a business owner, and if I have a product, and if I make my target that okay, 6 months down the line, today my product is 2 out of 10. After 6 months, I will make my product 10 out of 10. If my product is 2 out of 10 today, by 6 months I will make it 10 out of 10. That is my desire. Second is, in terms of marketing, maybe I am 1 out of 10. But after 6 months, I will go to 8 or 9 out of 10. That is my desire. Desire like my customer is not satisfied. So after 1 year, maybe my customer satisfaction rate is 2 out of 10. I will increase to 9 out of 10. So when you have these kind of desires, when you have these appropriate desires, I want to, I'm not good at communication. So 6 months down the line, so now it is April, by October, I will work so hard on my communication skills that I will be perfect. Without any hesitation, I can speak wherever and whenever I want. If you have that kind of desire, money will be byproduct. You need to also identify what kind of desire you want. And when you have this desire, you become down to earth. When you run behind money, of course, there are people who are going to cheat you. But when you look upon, when your desires are to make yourself the best, when your desire is to make yourself the best version, that is when you start attracting money. And that is what this book suggests. That's what I really like about this book. So that is the first chapter, all about desire. Now, if I talk about second chapter, so I will not talk about all the chapters, but the most important chapters and their summary. So the second chapter is all about faith. Now, imagine I have the desire that I want to become the communicator, good communicator, best speaker, fluent English speaker in 6 months. But if I do not have faith, faith means I cannot do it. I cannot even speak a single word in English. I don't think in 6 months I can do it. So what is going to happen? You have a desire, but then you do not have faith. It's like you have the seed. You have the seed, but then you do not have the water. So if you have the best quality seed, and if you cultivate it, but if you do not have the water, then the seed is eventually going to die. So similarly, you have the desire, but if you do not have the faith, then again this strategy is not going to work. And that's why it has been written in this book that to have a strong faith, you need to work upon your subconscious mind. Our mind is divided into two parts. A lot of you know that conscious and subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is 90% of our mind and 10% is conscious. Subconscious is nothing but the habits that we do. So imagine if today I'm learning to drive a car. So maybe I will do it initially consciously, but after a few months' time, while speaking to someone on call, I can still drive, because then my conscious mind does not drive the car. My subconscious mind drives the car. So it is like initially I have to teach students, or I have to teach my employee how to run the machine. And then after 2 months, I will be sipping my tea or coffee, and my machine, the employee, is going to work for me and generating cash for me. So that's how important is subconscious mind. So when you wake up early in the morning, what you do, you just go and brush your teeth, and you do not even think. That is a part of your habit. When you sleep, even your body also knows that by turning on left or right, which is the posture that helps you to sleep, because that is the habit that you have developed. Laziness, procrastination, giving up, facing the challenge, emotions, anger, hatred, etc. Lack of confidence, more confidence. All of these are what? The programming of subconscious mind. So somehow, if you can start working upon subconscious mind, and if you train your subconscious mind to believe in your goal, congratulations, you will achieve your goal. And how to do that? So this book also suggests one trick. So what you have to do, on a piece of paper, on A4 sheet, you have to write down what you want, and you have to clearly write down. Let's say I want to be an effective speaker in 6 months. So today it is 9th April. By 9th of October, I want to speak in advanced English. And then below that, you put your signature. And every day before going to bed, you have to read it loud in front of the mirror. And every morning, once you wake up, again, you have to read it loud. And you have to do it consistently. Now, what's going to happen? Initially, your subconscious mind is going to say that what's rubbish. Nothing happens. By reading a piece of paper, nothing changes. Nothing has changed. So please do not read it, because what? Your habit is preventing you. Ah, it's rubbish. Nothing works. It does not work. You have to work Arindam, you have to work Lakshman, you have to work Divya. This writing on a piece of paper does not work. Come on, leave it. This is a useless activity, right? So your subconscious mind is not going to do that, because your subconscious mind is powerful. So your subconscious mind is going to protect you from not doing this activity. But because, like in driving, like in swimming, your body is going to protect. Let's say I want to learn swimming. But then once I see the water, my subconscious mind is going to say, don't do swimming. Your life is going really well. You don't have to learn swimming. You're not going to be the water guard. You're not going to be the swimmer. So why to learn swimming? You're making good amount of money in your job. Don't learn. So your mind is going to prevent you. Because your subconscious mind is telling you not to do. But if you do, now here, that is where your conscious mind has to control it. Now, still you have to do it every day before going to bed, and after waking up in the morning, you have to see that piece of paper and read it with full energy and intention. So let's say if I write that I want to make 50,000, I'm giving an example. I want to make 1 lakh per month by October 2022. So I have to say every day I'm going to write and I'm going to sign that by October 2022, I am earning 2 lakh per month. By October 2022, I am earning 2 lakh per month. By end of October 2022, I am earning 2 lakh per month. And when you say, initially your subconscious mind is not going to believe. But once it picks up, that's it. Once it picks up, magic will start to happen. As soon as, because initially it is going to take time, but once your subconscious mind picks up, that's it. You will run on an autopilot mode. Automatically your mind will start looking for the skills that you need to learn. Okay, should I learn communication skills? Okay, should I learn investing? Okay, should I contact my friend who is making lakhs? Let me go to him and ask how he is making so much money. Or should I attend this course which teaches how to manage funds? Okay, how can I, like I have my funds available to me, how can I put it in a bank so that I can get better returns? So automatically your subconscious mind is now going to support you. You will start saving unnecessary expenses. Automatically it's going to happen. And that is what this book says, that to have faith, because initially if you read I want to earn 2 lakh per month, it is your desire. But then if you do not have faith, it's not going to work, because you do not believe in it. So it's not going to work for you. If you do not believe in it, how your boss is going to believe in it that you deserve 2 lakh? So first of all, you have to believe in it, and it's not going to happen in one day. So every day you have to read this piece of paper every day. And I promise, according to this book, this is what successful people do. They do whatever they want, they just write it, and that's it. They say that no matter what's going to happen, we will make it possible. And you can see they made it possible. And if this book says I have to do it, I am going to do it. As simple as that. Because 500 men, successful people, have said this, who are billionaires. So if they did it, I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to do whatever it takes for me to become the best version of myself. I'm not going to listen to my subconscious mind. I'm only going to do what this book says to me, because this book is the Bible for success. So if this book says you to do it, do it. Do not ask questions. And that's why in the beginning of the book itself, it is written that so many techniques in this book will be shared where your mind will tell you that this is rubbish. But do not judge this book. Just do it. And after 100 days, if you do not get the results, throw this book in the bin. You are bound to get significant changes in the way you conduct yourself. You can start seeing that you start attracting the confidence, you start attracting the people will start recognizing you, you will start sounding different, people will start noticing you. But if you do not feel confident, nothing is happened. So to have faith, in fact, this book says that faith is the basis of all miracles. If you do not have faith, miracles will not happen. Faith is the only known antidote for failure. Just like we have our vaccinations, these remdesivir or this co-vaccine, these are what? These are vaccinations against COVID. Similarly, the vaccination against failure is faith. Both stands for F. Just like Covaxin and COVID, they both start with letter C. Similarly, faith and failure. So faith is the only medicine that is going to cure your failure. An amazing thing. You have to believe, you have to have faith that you can do it. Faith is the element, faith is the chemical, which when you mix with prayer, even God comes and saves you. Faith is the chemical which even you add in your prayer, God is bound to come on earth and help you. And that is something I really like about this book. And this is a little knowledge about faith. So faith, definitely you can get to know more about faith in this book. So many things are there, but I'm just conceptualizing it for you because we have again less time. This book talks about auto-suggestion, which is chapter 3. Auto-suggestion means whatever you want, you just have to keep repeating yourself. So example that if I want to master any skill, if I want to master communication skills, so what I have to do, I have to repeat, I have to speak, I have to speak, I have to speak. Then only you will become perfect. How many of you agree that if you want to master communication skills, you have to speak, 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 and ready to get feedback? Type A in the chat section if you agree with me. That yes, you have to do, you have to speak, speak. Very good. I can see all of you writing A, and I request all of you to participate. Then only it will help me to understand you are getting it. So similarly, if you want to get success, then you have to speak, 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 and speak. You have to repeat whatever you have written on that piece of paper, what you want out of life. Life is the employer. Life is the best employer. Life can give you everything. The problem is we do not ask for everything. We have wishful thinking, but we do not ask for everything. हम मजाक में बोल देते हैं, God अच्छा give me 2 lakhs. Correct? Why God will give you 2 lakhs? If you, why don't you say that? Okay, I am going to make 2 lakhs. I'm going to learn this skill. And why don't you give deadlines to your goals? Sometimes even I do complain to my mom as well that why do you go and ask from God? God give me this, God will give me that. And why don't you work upon yourself? Why don't you become that person? And that's why, how many of you have seen this movie, Maji the Mountain Man? An amazing movie, right? Maji the Mountain Man. Have you seen this movie? If yes, please type Y in the chat section. Yes, Lakshman has seen it. So in that movie, the Nawazuddin Siddiqui is there. So he says at the end of the movie, when the news reporter asks that, sir, you are just a human being and you have carved out the entire mountain. आप एक इतने छोटे इंसान हो और आपने तो पहाड़ तोड़ के रास्ता बना दिया. How is it possible? And it's a true story, right? It's a true story, by the way. That person with his hammer, he carved out the pathway in between mountains. And at the end, he says a beautiful line. He says that भगवान के भरोसे मत बैठिए, क्या पता वो आपके भरोसे बैठा हो. And I really like this dialogue. That do not rely upon God. Maybe God is relying upon you. Maybe God wants you to take the action. So God is relying upon you. And that is something which this book describes. That why do you like cry? Nature can give you everything. Do you ask for everything? And that is something. So imagine that if I have a seed and the seed is of, let's say, I have neem. So it is an Indian tree where the taste of the leaf is quite bitter. So neem. So if I have the seed of neem and if I have to put it and if I have to cultivate, so land is going to be there. I have to simply put the seed, and if I water, now the land does not discriminate. If I put the seed of neem, the land is going to bring out the neem plant. Similarly, if I put in the seed of mango, then the land is going to give me mango tree. So similarly, it is our subconscious mind. If you say to your subconscious mind is like the land, and this land can fertile anything and everything. This land can give you everything, just like in our mother nature. Once we put in the seed, any seed, and mother nature provides us with the fruits and vegetables. Similarly, this subconscious mind can give you success. Now it is up to you. Are you asking for the less success? If you ask for the less success, mind will give you less success. If you ask for more success, mind will give you more success. As simple as that. This is the simple agenda. If you have understood even this concept, that's it. You have understood the entire book. And that is something which I truly liked about this book, auto suggestion. Then this book also talks about the next chapter, specialized knowledge. Very important chapter it is specialized knowledge. We all have general knowledge. We all have general knowledge. We focus on GK, general knowledge. Guess what? If you focus on general knowledge, you will be a part of general public. Let me repeat once again. If you focus on general knowledge, you will be a part of general population. If you focus on special knowledge, you will be a part of special tribes, special people. As simple as that. This book says, do not focus on general information. Focus on special information. And what is special information? So here comes, I'm going to read 4 lines from this book, which is, this book also clarifies the definition of education. We simply feel that education means reading books, cramming, remembering the rules, going into the exam, and that's giving the exam and getting good marks. That is education. No, that is not education. Education, what is the definition of education? An educated man is not necessarily one who has an abundance of general knowledge. An educated man is one who has so developed the faculties of mind that he may acquire anything he wants. Wonderful definition. Means an educated man is not someone who knows everything. An educated man is someone who controls his mind, who is so confident that if he says he wants to do anything, he makes it possible. That is the definition of education. An educated man is someone, let me repeat once again, who does not have a lot of knowledge. If you go to Elon Musk, okay, let me not talk about Elon Musk. Let me talk about Ambani. If you go to Ambani and ask about, let's say if you ask about what's going on, what's the news of Uttar Pradesh or Mumbai, he may not give you proper answers. Maybe Ambani say to you that, what, I don't have time, I do not watch news. But Ambani knows how to have the life and lifestyle that he wants. He knows how he can achieve his life and lifestyle. And I really feel bad that a lot of people, they focus on general knowledge. And when I ask them, they say that we should know general knowledge. They tell me what's going to happen if we know general knowledge. Is it going to change our life, or is it going to make us rich? Of course, we should know something. I'm not completely against it, but you need to have that special knowledge. Special knowledge means, let's say if I want to improve my communication skills, that is a specific goal. Okay, now what I have to do? Which books do I have to read? How many books I have to read? How many hours I have to read? Which mentor I need to hire? For how many hours I need to take the training? What kind of topics I need to speak? What kind of videos I need to watch on YouTube? That is called specialized knowledge. Now you are not running behind everything. You are running behind a specific thing. And when you do that, you become the master of your trade. You become the master of your trade. And this book clearly says that do not run behind everything. Run behind specific thing which you want. so that your mind will be focused what you want, right? And this book also says that how you can get to that level. Of course, you can get experience, you can get education, you can also become a part of a community or tribe who talks about success. Let's say if you want to improve your communication skills, so you are here, you are discussing, we are discussing about communication skills. So imagine if you if you decided not to join this session, then what would have happened? You might have gone to some outing because it's weekend, it's Saturday. So if you go for outing, of course, you will meet with people who love outing. If you want communication skills, you have to be in between people who love communication skills. Automatically, you will start loving communication skills and you will be an effective speaker. This is what this book says. You can read books, of course. You have to read books. You have to read a lot of books for sure. There is no alternative of book reading. In fact, Warren Buffett, who is the second richest person, not second, third richest person of the world, he says that in a year he reads 52 books. And what we say, we do not have time. Now, the billionaire, someone who is billionaire, he says that he can make time to read 52 books. And we are the, and we are not even millionaires. And we say that, see, I do not have time. That is the difference. That is why they are in top 2%, and that is why we are not in top 2%. Because they make time. They are billionaires. Don't you think that they have immense pressure? They cannot leave their work. They cannot say that, okay, let me not work, let me go chill, relax. My employees are there, they are working, I'm going to make cash. No, they have to involve in their work. So many decisions they have to take. But still, despite everything, they make out time to read books. Now they can do it, but we do not do it. Please do it. At least 20 minutes a day. And this book also says that if you cannot read book for 1 hour, at least give 20 minutes. 20 minutes is more than enough. And if you do it for 100 days, you will be a completely changed person. Only do it for 100 days. 20 minutes into 100. How many minutes? 2000 minutes, my God, after 100 days. So this is what you need to focus. Absolutely. Wow. Mr. Raju has written he will become government employee if we follow general knowledge. Yes. Yes. Very true. Very true. And if we want to become successful, wealthy, and effective people, we want to be successful, really successful, then you have to focus on specific knowledge, not every knowledge. So this is all of this is the point. This is the chapter on specialized knowledge, and I did think that I should speak. Yes, one more chapter before wrapping up the session I would like to discuss, because there are 13 chapters and I cannot discuss all of them. I'm just giving you a gist, and I strongly recommend all of you after this session go and order this book. It's going to hardly cost you 150 rupees, but it's completely going to change your life. The last chapter, the chapter 5th, is all about imagination. My God, one of the most important chapters on imagination. Imagination is what? Imagination means, can you imagine yourself to be a successful person? And no, we cannot. And I'm really sorry, but so many things are there to be discussed, but due to limited time, I cannot discuss. Else, this book is a pool of knowledge. So some days in future, if you want, I can again come with the next part of this book. But for the time being, let me discuss about imagination. So in this book, it has been written that the imagination is literally the workshop wherein our wherein we fashion, or wherein we plant trees. The impulse, the desire is given shape and action through the aid of imaginative faculty of the mind. Now, what is the meaning of this? Don't feel that it is too a complicated English. It is not. If you read this for 5 or 6 times, you will understand the meaning. Imagination is the power which can give you massive results in life. Massive results. And I always say, whenever I call to my students, I always say that there are 4 mind faculties that we have. 4 mind faculties. Intellect, which is our intelligence, instinct, intuition, and imagination. Intellect, instinct, intuition, and imagination. And when we over rely upon our intellect, We feel that if we know a lot of things, we will be successful. No, you will not be successful if you know a lot of things. Even our laptop knows more than what we know. Our phone, this gadget knows more than what we know. But our phone is not successful, right? So Google knows more than what we know. That is not going to make us successful. Then what is going to make you successful? The other three faculties: your imagination, instinct, and intuition. Imagination, what is imagination? Means when you can imagine yourself to be the person that you want to become. And imagination, in fact, everything that you can see around yourself, be it a needle or an airplane, someday it was someone's imagination. And that imagination turned out to be on a piece of paper. That person wrote it or drew it on a piece of paper. Wright brothers, they drew the airplane on the piece of paper. And believe me, what is the bad thing about imagination? And I'm carefully using it. What is negative thing about imagination? That if you imagine, and that is in fact the good quality, this is the bad quality for people, but it is the good quality of entrepreneurs. What happens that when you believe on something, when you imagine something that, okay, I can make 2 lakh per month, or my business can go to 1 crore per year or per month. I'm giving you example based upon money so that you can relate. What's going to happen? People cannot understand. People will start, your relatives, your family members, your friends, they are going to start criticizing you because they cannot imagine what you can imagine. They are going to use their intellect, you are using your imagination. So they may criticize you because they cannot understand what you understand. Just like Wright brothers, when they decided to come up with airplane, everybody on this planet Earth criticized them, saying that these are fools. They are trying to fly the machine. How in the hell of earth can the machines fly? And next day, there on Washington DC magazine, they wrote on a piece of magazine that there are two foolish people who are trying to fly the machine. They are the worst person, and the US government is planning to send them into the mental hospital. The next day, the machine was flying in the air. So they had this imagination. They had this imagination. They had the intense desire. That was the first chapter. Intense desire. They had the faith that yes, they could fly. They had the faith. They repeatedly said to themselves that yes, we can do it. 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 Affirmation, which I told to you, that auto suggestion. And at the same time, they focused on specialized knowledge, whatever they wanted to learn about to fly the plane. And what happened? They imagined, people criticized them, but they achieved their goal. So your imagination makes your vision strong, your faith strong. So it's like seed is not only important, as I said to you earlier, the seed is not important, only important. Water is important, manure is important, proper taking care of that plant is important. Similarly, desire is not only important. Your subconscious mind, conditioning your subconscious mind, imagination, these kind of attributes are also important. Then only you can be successful. Then only you can attract abundance. So many things. Literally, I have written a lot of things to be shared, and I did not even realize that how time flew by, because I have rarely covered. It's just, you can say it's just the trailer that I have talked to you, because at the end of this book, if you purchase this book, at the end of this book, there are 65 questions. There are 65 questions, which if you can answer, it is going to give you extremely powerful belief system. Extremely powerful belief system that yes, you can also do it. So there are, at the end of the book, they gave 65 questions which everybody should answer, and if you can answer, it can help you a lot. So I strongly recommend all of you to please grab this book. It is my top recommendation, and that's why I decided to come and speak on this book, Think and Grow Rich. You can order it. I'm not promoting this book, but this is something which has created a lot of difference, a lot of success stories. And I believe that you should be a part of this book as well. And in future, if you want me to speak more on this book, I will surely do it. If you want another session on Think and Grow Rich, because so many chapters are there, I can surely cover that in future. So that's all about the thing. Now the session is open for Q&A. If you have anything to ask, if you want to discuss
What is the
anything
name?
about,
What is the name of this book, sir?
okay, the name of the book is Think and Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich. Okay.
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This is the name of the book. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And you should definitely read it out. Yes. So now the session is open for Q&A. If you want to ask anything regarding this book and why you should, yes, Think and Grow Rich. Thank you, Raju. Thank you so much for writing it down. And you will get it in 150 or 180 rupees from Amazon. But literally, this book is the Bible of success. That is my strong recommendation. And in future, I will surely come up with the second part of this workshop if you want. And yes, that's all from my end. I hope I have not bored any one of you. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Arindam. It's a great pleasure today that without knowing about this book, we got to know that what is all about the book. And the most important thing which I learned here, that is, as you said, the subconscious mind and the belief, the truth. If you don't truth, then who else will truth on you, right? So lovely to know about this. And I just would say to you, thank you so much for this is called the growth mindset, which you gave today. Thank you so much, all of the participants. If you have any question, you directly do ask to Mr. Arindam, or if you have any other feedback to say to anything to Arindam, now the platform is yours. Please use that without hesitate.
Hi, Arindam.
Yeah. Hi, Raju.
Good evening, and it was a very wonderful session, Arindam, from you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Raju.
I would like to know, as you said, many poems, very wonderful, and even I'm following in my life, earlier life, regularly, that affirmations and imaginations, everything. Definitely, I read a book, this Think and Grow Rich, but maybe after listening to your speech, I mean, your talk, again, I'll start.
Yes,
And
thank you.
the question is, can you explain me about auto suggestion?
Auto suggestion. Okay.
Auto suggestion. Can you explain about?
Yes. Sure, Raju. So Raju, I really admire Raju because he also wants to become an motivational speaker. He wants to go for an inspirational speaker. And Raju has asked that there is a chapter called auto suggestion. What is auto suggestion? Auto suggestion means it's nothing but it is a part of subconscious mind. Auto suggestion means initially you need to use your conscious mind, you need to give directions, and your mind is not going to accept it. At that point of time, you need to combine desire with faith. And then you need to keep on suggesting to your mind that no, I can be confident. I am a motivational speaker. I am an influencer. I am rich. I am a millionaire. So when you do this, means you have to imagine the things, but in present tense. Do not say I will be, I will be, I will be. If you say I will be, then mind has no image of I will be. Auto suggestion says that you have to imagine the things, you have to visualize the things in present. And when you do that, gradually after a while, these points will become an auto suggestion. So you, even without saying, these points are going to help you out. So that's the core of this point, auto suggestion. Of course, over a period of time, if you do it, then that is when you can see the result, Raju.
Thank you, Arindam, for your answers. It helped me a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Raju. It means a lot. And yes, this is auto suggestion. And of course, I've just covered the basic of auto suggestion. There is so much to discuss in auto suggestion. So that I will discuss in the next part of this workshop, means in future, if you want me to conduct another part. So there I can go in detail what auto suggestion is, what belief is. Again, this book talks about 6 kinds of fears and how to get out of those fears, like fear of judgment, fear of people's views. So there are 6: fear of ghost, So these are 6 kinds of fears that this book addresses and how we can get out of it. So that also I can talk about in future in detail. And yes, any other question? If you have, you can simply unmute your audio and ask.
Apart from this book, do you recommend any other books to follow?
Sure. So Shankar sir, wonderful question you have asked. In fact, in my upcoming next workshop, I am already planning to speak on that book. So that book is As a Man Thinketh. As a Man Thinketh. As a man, let me write in the chat section, As a Man Thinketh. This is the another book which you should definitely read. So apart from Think and Grow Rich, As a Man Thinketh. So this is the another book. And for sure in my upcoming workshop, maybe after 2 or 3 weeks, I will speak on this, As a Man Thinketh. So you can get an idea.
Thank you. Thank you.
Most welcome.
Anybody else? Any more question? I guess that all are clear about all these things, what you have shared and said, right, Arindam? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Mr. Victor wants to say something.
And yes, Lakshman, do you want? Yeah, wait, Lakshman, I will come to you.
Actually, Mr. Victor has some problem, mic problem.
Yes, sir. Yeah, good evening, dear.
Sir, you say that the second book, As a Man Thinketh, what is the author?
Okay, who is the author of As a Man Thinketh? Let me just check the author. I'm telling you the author. And meanwhile, yes, you can ask your question, dear. Okay, so As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. The author is James Allen. James Allen, and you will get this book in 120 or 130 rupees. It's a very thin book, hardly 60 pages, but it's very important. So, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. So, yes, Lakshman, you wanted to ask something?
Yes, good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
This is the exuberant session, sir, because you have told me about the importance of this book, sir. That's totally, I agree about this, sir, because the reading of book is very important for us to know about, to explore our knowledge, sir. And this is the very good for think and grow rich, sir. What you have to touch about the importance, sir, definitely I will go through this book, sir. And yes, these kinds of sessions you suggest about the which book we have to go to read definitely help for us, because we are just trying to improve our communicating skills and learning these things. At the earlier, sir, especially I have a police background, sir, and these kinds of things I have not received, because when I joined for the English Times, this totally changed my life, sir, because I had already completed one book, The Secret. This is very good book, sir. And sir, yes, definitely I go for the Think and Grow Rich, sir. And I think that yes, after reading this book, a lot of change will become, and it also improve my personality and the way of thinking, the way of learning, and definitely change. And definitely this session is taught me about a lot of things, and this will definitely imbibe myself to improve a lot of things in my life, sir. And thank you, sir. Thank you for your these sessions and the thoughts about the importance of this book, sir. Thank you, sir.
Wow, super. Amazing feedback, Lakshman.
Thank you so much, Lakshman. It's a great feedback for us. And specifically, thank you so much, Lakshman, that you also grow day by day by means of reading and just improving your English. It's a really great privilege for us as well. Anybody else or anyone else who wants to speak something regarding this, who has any kind of feedback regarding this workshop? Okay, yeah, thank you so much, Lakshman. Thank you.
And
perfect.
And in future, I will surely come up with these kind of sessions. So in next session, I will surely cover this As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. So for sure, I will cover that as well. And please pick this book. It is the Bible of success. That is the only thing that I can say.
Perfect. Thank you so much that all of your presence. It means a lot for us. Because of you only that we conduct every single weekend the workshop, and it really means a lot for us. We really want to add the value insight in your life. Not only that you grow, you improve, and of course that you make yourself more confident and you just drive your confidence and your belief system. With this positive note, we have to stay here now. And we really want to say you good night. Keep learning, stay positive, stay always healthy and wealthy. And we will promise you that we again would meet with you on next weekend. Forget about that, what kind of the condition we have, but we never give the value to others. Thank you so much for your valuable feedback, valuable time, and of course, your connection. Good night. Goodbye to everyone.